The price of Bitcoin is moving to the downside slowly and consistently. This was very much expected, like mentioned on yesterday's live stream. Now, we were breaking the range lows from the weekend, and as we were getting this choppiness, I did not like this scenario for a possible reversal. Now, I was expecting the price to actually drop a little faster than this small little downtrend, just continuing to move down like this very, very slowly, but nevertheless, we are moving down, right? So what are the strongest levels of support is what we're going to talk about in this episode. What needs to happen to take some possible trading opportunities, and also the levels of resistance. What if we do not come down to lower levels and we starting to break to the upside? I'm going to explain in detail what I need to see on the price action to then take the next trading decision. So make sure to stay tuned. We'll be taking a look at some news. There is a little bit of bad news, a little bit of good news, guys, so make sure to stay tuned till the very end. Quick reminder for anybody that is not trading, you have Bluffing, one of the best no KYC crypto exchanges to do spot and futures trading, and you do get the best bonus available on this exchange only signing up with my link in the description. $80,000 deposit bonus. The more you deposit and trade, the more airdrops you are going to get to use for your trading. Let's dive in here right away, guys. Going to keep it extremely simple to understand. As we were talking about yesterday, this range, I was looking for that Bart Simpson pattern here to get an aggressive move down, but overall we are moving down, but just more slowly than I expected, actually, right? Usually when you get fast price action to the upside, you do also get fast price action to the downside, right? We've seen this multiple times happening in the chart of Bitcoin. Fast move up, fast move down, fast move up, slow move down this time, but overall it is moving down. So what is the level that I am more interested here looking at the higher time frame? What are the kind of the patterns and Elliott wave structure that we are looking at? Well, for the moment, as mentioned during the last few days, the highest probability impulsive move that we do have is that contracting diagonal for the next coming days. The main reason why is because we formed this three-wave structure to the upside, which no longer is extremely impulsive to form a wave 1, wave 2, and a massive wave 3 going all the way up to the 1.618 Fibonacci. So the only bullish structure that we do have, if we want to still continue bullish, right, because there is the bearish count, which would be this right over here being an impulsive move down, and this a very corrective structure in a three-wave move. And we're going to start breaking down the support levels that we're not going to hold, and we are looking for much lower levels. Now, as long as we're maintaining above this higher low right over here, then this will still be looking very bullish, just continuing this grind from the last few weeks with higher lows and higher highs. So we need to pay attention to what is the most important levels of support. Well, for me, it is very, very simple. Taking a look at the last swing low to the last swing high, which is this pivot low from the 15th of August to the pivot high created on Friday, where we can see the most important Fibonacci box right over here in between the 382 and the 618. This is the zone that I want the price to maintain as support. Now, if we add some more confluence at that area, well, we got some different scenarios. We have a weekly naked point of control, which is sitting round about $60,800. Now, this is the previous week highest volume node. When we go from Monday to Friday, right over here to Friday, Saturday, we have the highest volume node from last week, which is sitting right over here. Now, this is in confluence with the 382 50% Fibonacci retracement taken from that swing low to the swing high, okay? It's kind of squeezed in the middle from that zone. Something very interesting is that the 382 Fibonacci is sitting where we do have those highs from the last few weeks, right? This is the $61,700 range. We were hitting that level several times and getting resistance. We can see how we did form 5 peaks right over here. So is it possible that we are just going to reach the 382 Fibonacci, where we do have all of that resistance that could flip as support and then get the reversal? Well, this is definitely a possibility. However, I want to see proof of support. I do not want to see the price continuing to the downside like this and grinding down, okay, in just a very, very long downtrend, okay, unless we start breaking the trend and going sideways. This is the moment that I will start thinking about a possible reversal, getting proof of support and sideways momentum, breaking the lower high resistance trend line. That will be the first signs to look for a possible reversal. Okay, if we start breaking down here the 382 Fibonacci, well, the biggest level that we do have is that weekly naked point of control, where we also have the 50% Fibonacci, and there is a daily level very close to the 50% Fibonacci as well. It's a daily close and open that we had from the previous week that hasn't been tapped yet. So there is a lot of confluence right over here. 50% Fibonacci with the naked point of control and that daily level. This is the best zone where I do see the price actually struggling to break down and then get the bounce. However, this is not going to be easy. It won't be a limit order, get into the trade, because I am aware of the price just breaking down, guys. You know, support is not support until it's broken, right? So we need to see the proof of support. And what I mean by that is basically stop the grinding to the downside and start forming some sideways momentum and some local breakout of the structure, right? You want to start seeing those local lower highs being broken with higher highs to then identify the possible reversal to the upside, all right? So we need to remain a little bit patient for any of those people that are looking for longs, such as myself, unless you're in a short position from that double top talked about on Sunday's video update, then obviously you are making some significant profits. So what if the price does not move down and it starts reversing from here, guys? Okay, so in a nutshell, we do have the most important levels on the higher time frame, the 382 Fibonacci from swing low to swing high, which is with the resistance levels, all right, that should flip as support from the previous week. Okay, that is the level of confluence. When we do take a look at the previous month and previous week levels, we have the previous month equilibrium and the previous week equilibrium exactly where we have the 382 Fibonacci. Now this means it is the 50% from that entire candlestick. When you do take a look at the previous week candlestick, the 50% Fibonacci is sitting here at the $61,500 range. The previous month 50% Fibonacci is also sitting here. And that is where we do have the 382. So this is the zone where the price could start going sideways and see that proof of support. If that is broken, we're looking at weekly naked point of control, daily level. This is not going to be easy, guys. If I'm not looking to catch a falling knife, I would rather see a shift in the downtrend, get that bounce, and then analyze the situation for a back test. Either at the weekly naked point of control, you're back testing it, you're forming bullish CVD divergence, you want to see those lower lows, you want to see people entering into short positions, and then look for that possible higher low and a reversal as we back testing either the point of control from last week or the daily level. That is the trading plan here, keeping it simple, remaining patient for that possible scenario so we can manage risk accordingly. Now, what if we do not get that leg down? We are waiting for the best trading opportunity, and suddenly the price is not even going to enter this red box to those massive levels of confluence, right? We get the drop and suddenly the price reverses. What do we need to see for a sign of strength? Well, obviously the first sign of strength would be breaking out that very aggressive lower high resistance trend line from the price action here created in the last 24 hours. Once you start breaking this trend line, then you can start thinking of a possible reversal. Now, what I would want to see here much better is an aggressive drop, so we could form a kind of a bump and run scenario, right, where you're slowly grinding to the downside like the one that we detected here just a few days ago, right? This was an absolutely epic bump and run pattern right over here where you were slowly in this downtrend with the lower highs. As you can see, you create the bump phase, a lot of fear, sideways momentum, and you start to break that trend line and you come all the way up here to the highs of the bump and run target, right? So what I would want to see here is a bump phase, right? You're slowly grinding to the downside. If we do get that bump phase to all of that level of confluence, the moment we start going sideways, that will be the moment to speculate. Okay, guys, this is looking pretty good. to start thinking of a bottom and looking for that reversal and the break of the trend line. Ideally, I would want to see that. But what if we do get that breakout of this lower high resistance already in the next coming hours? Well, the simplest way to get into a long position obviously is being cautious with a fake out. But if we start breaking here to the upside in the next coming hours and we get that retracement, I will be looking at these local lows as a failed auction. What local lows? Well, obviously the last ones here, looking at the 1 hourly, the 30-minute time frame, the strongest level of support that we have found during the last few hours is this one right over here, right? You can see bounce, bounce, a little bit of sideways momentum, okay? So this is without a doubt a level of support. If we do get that breakout here in the next coming hours, I will be looking for a retest of that level and look for a push to the upside, confirming that you are leaving this downtrend, okay? You're leaving this downtrend and you're changing here the possible market structure locally. So I need the breakout, I need the retracement, and for a bonus to be confident on this long trading setup, what I would want to see is very aggressive bearish CVD divergence. In this case, we are not seeing those bullish CVD divergence. Matter of fact, we are getting more bearish CVD divergence. Apparently on Bybit, a lot of people are already getting into long positions. And what is happening? We are forming lower highs and higher highs on the CVD, which means that there is a high probability in reclaiming those lows again in the next coming hours. So what I would want to see, like I mentioned, is all of these lows, this base of support, which is sitting round about $62,700, to be broken successfully. Get that move of $400-500 above that level. And what I would want to see followed here on the CVD, very unlikely to happen on Bybit as we are very, very high here. On the rest of exchanges, I would want to see the CVD, all right, creating lower lows again as we're forming those higher lows and looking for that support right over here at that level of $62,700. That is the moment that I can confirm, all right, a possible shift in the trend and speculate on a higher low here. If we do get that absorption, if we do get that proof of support, okay, at this zone, all right, we're starting to move down very nicely in a very descending wedgie structure. That is the moment I can speculate, okay, guys, we are looking for the push to the upside, all right, for a third wave possibly, right? Either an ABC or a 1, 2, 3, it doesn't really matter, but looking for the next wave. I want to be in the next wave here if we do get that breakout, okay? So that is the next trading plan that I'm looking at here for today to see if we do get that shift in the trend. And if we do get those bullish CVD divergence, all right, creating those lower lows on the CVD as we're forming those higher lows to get supported at the $62,700 range, then obviously that will bring me confidence to get into that long position, stop loss beneath the low, and looking for that third impulsive wave, okay? Not much more has to be said on the technical analysis side, guys. Just giving you a little bit of detail to look for the next trading setup that I'm looking at here. If we move down, we need to see proof of support and go sideways, all right? Then we can analyze the situation for that bump and run pattern, okay? For the reversal. For the moment, still grinding to the downside. So we are in a downtrend, so lower locally is definitely possible. Let's take a look at some local news that is happening. Short-term holders transferred 33,155 Bitcoin as shown by the 1 week and monthly spent output age bands. This could present immediate selling pressure. Of course, this has been during the last 24 hours. So we are seeing a little bit of that downside in the price of Bitcoin because of short-term holders, you know, unloading their Bitcoin with this pump that we've had during the last few days. And we can see already that price grinding to the downside. Not much to worry about, really. This is just a short-term thing. So we are getting that movement down. But what is really bullish and clear signs of mass adoption that is happening, Russia to start using crypto for international transactions by next week. Absolutely crazy. Clear sign that crypto is the way to go for the near future for decentralization. And we can see Russia here going very, very serious about international transactions using cryptocurrency just by next week, guys. What we can see as well, the inflows in the last 24 hours, BlackRock leading the way with 224 million inflows in the last 24 hours. We can see on the 24th of August also BlackRock with 250 million. So ETF inflows continues, guys. The accumulation continues. No signs, nothing to worry about with these short-term dips for the moment. We're still with that uptrend momentum on the higher time frame. So it does look like that we'll be finding some support here and looking for that major bounce to claim above $65,000 again. Taking a look at the next piece of news, we do have 9 trillion BlackRock just bought 4,000 of their own spot Bitcoin ETF shares. Leading the way, no doubt that they will still continue to accumulate because they know that Bitcoin will go to much higher levels in the near future. Legends, thank you very much for joining today's video update. Remember, if you want more in detailed updates, make sure to join the Discord. You have the link down below in the description. It's the first link where me and the rest of the coaches provide daily updates and scenarios for Bitcoin and altcoins. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.